Greetings loyal subscribers and honoured guests. Welcome to the first episode of the Apple Arcade Audit, where I will be highlighting games from the subscription service that I feel are worth checking out. With over 100 games already available and several new ones being added each month, it can be hard to know where to begin. Hopefully these videos will help inspire you to try some releases that really deserve the attention, and we'll discover some hidden gems along the way too. I'm playing these games on an Apple TV 4K using an Xbox One controller that has been paired using Bluetooth. I'm kicking things off with Little Orpheus, which was a fairly new addition to Apple Arcade when I signed up. It was developed by the Chinese Room, who have previously worked on games like Dear Esther and Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, both walking simulators and not really the sort of thing that I enjoy personally. I found the idea of Little Orpheus a lot more appealing though. It is an example of what's being called a cinematic platformer these days. Think of something like Limbo or Inside by Playdead, except a lot lighter and more playful in tone. These games really live or die by their storytelling and presentation, so I'm happy to report that Little Orpheus gets both of these right. Whereas the Playdead games can be placed in the horror genre, Little Orpheus belongs firmly in the fantasy category. As the game begins, the main character is being interrogated to find out what happened to the Little Orpheus of the title. This nuclear device was being used to power a giant rocket drill down into the Earth's core, so that our hero could investigate the rumours that the centre of the planet was hollow and there was an entire lost world down there. According to him, the rumours were indeed true, and he has spent the last 3 years down there trying to recover the nuclear device after the rocket drill broke apart and get back to the surface so he can give in his report. It soon becomes fairly clear though that none of these stories are really true and are just a yarn that he is spinning to delay his inevitable execution by his Russian commander for losing the nuke. As the episodes go by, you will be placed in increasingly absurd situations, from a dinosaur-riddled tropical jungle to the insides of a whale infested with horrible parasitic worms, to beautiful icy tundras. The levels are incredibly vivid with really bright colours, and they pack quite a bit of detail too. This is one of the more demanding titles currently on the Apple Arcade service, yet my Apple TV manages to run it decently, which just goes to show that the hardware often isn't to blame for poor performance, and it is in fact bad optimisation. While the hardware is indeed getting a bit old now and could definitely do with an upgrade, if developers know what they are doing, it is more than possible to get great results out of it. I did notice the occasional frame drop, but it's really nothing that will prevent you from enjoying yourself. The major strengths of Little Orpheus are its compelling story with strong voice acting and narration throughout, coupled with the constantly changing environments that are impressive to behold. In terms of actual gameplay, the game is a little bit shallow. Most of the platforming is fairly basic and not all that challenging either, and the puzzles that are scattered throughout the adventure aren't likely to tax you for very long. Most stages feature some kind of climactic chase sequence which are quite exciting to play, and if you're going to fail anywhere then this is probably where. The checkpoints are very generous though, so you probably won't be replaying any given section for too long. I chose this as my first Apple Arcade review because it is an impressive showcase of the platform and it is enjoyable throughout its brief duration. Each episode will only take about 30 minutes at the most to complete, so you're looking at roughly 4 hours for the entire game. It's not really the sort of thing that you're likely to come back to either. There are definitely much deeper and longer lasting experiences to be found within Apple Arcade, and hopefully we'll get to some of those soon. Little Orpheus is worth taking for a spin though. I would give it an overall score of 3.5 out of 5. Thanks for watching my very first Apple Arcade review. Hopefully I'll be back very soon with the next one. I already have the game picked out. See you then, and in the meantime, take care.